Yeehaw!
Hello and behold, Nintendo Poetry. I'm Elveeth, and today we are going over uh, my comic book polls and new releases for the month of December 2025. We're going to go through my poll list and we're going to look at all the new releases and add or subtract from my poll list as we go. But first, as you can see, I've got a fancy new overlay with some of my favorite art and characters. Pretty cool. I've got this is the sixth episode of this. So you see the number 6 up there, and then it's for December. And this is, of course, approved by the Comics Code Authority. So, yeah. But first, I wanted to talk about some stuff that's happened since last month's poll list stream, which is that we've found out how the Silver Surfer died. I got the Claudio Castellini variant cover, just like so classic, so cool. Makes it look like I'm reading, Silver Surfer comics from the 90s or something. But anyway, yeah, can you believe it? The Silver Surfer has been, pulled back and forth from the beginning of time to the future and back and forth and through black holes and wormholes and even chopped up into different parts and distributed across the planets but none of that killed him. But finally, he's gone. So anyway, what do y'all think of it? Let me know. Come to my Discord and or comment chat here. Let me know what you thought of that, and if and when he's coming back, because he is. I was actually kind of glad about this in a way because Silver Surfer, we haven't gotten an ongoing comic in a long time, just a couple minis and one shots here and there. But, if he's dead now and they want to bring him back, they got to have a series with him. So, potential optimism. Anyway, okay, let's start with what I have on my poll list so far. Oh, and I meant to show my physical of it here. I have beside me. Yeah. So starting in the first week of December, we've got Marvel Black, White, and Blood and Guts number 3. I was supposed to get number 2 this last Wednesday, but it didn't arrive yet. So I'll probably pick that up next week instead. But then we got Black, White, and Blood and Guts number 3. I'm not going to actually pull this one as individual issues. I wasn't sure at first if this was a one shot or not, so I pulled it because I really like Ryan North as a writer. But turns out it's a series, so I'm not actually going to pull these. I'll wait for the trade if I'm still interested at the time. But it'll be interesting to see what this is, because this will be kind of like going alongside the Infernal Hulk series, I believe. It will be going simultaneously with it. So it'll be interesting to see what this even is. I mean, is he going to be like jumping around different time traveling stuff. Just like, why is this, anyway, I'm interested, but I'll wait for the trade. So so far we've just got this the first week of December, and then nothing again. And so December's looking a little light so far, but then we get into the second to last week of December, and we've got Marvel Winter Break Special #1. The Summer Break Special was super cool and fun, and it's just, yeah, I mean, you just got to get this. Come on. You gotta. I just haven't decided what cover I want. This one's pretty cool. Is this Black Cat? Yeah. This one's good too. I don't really like, I mean, it's good, but I don't really like this cover. Let's go with this one. I like this one a lot. It's a very good, like, illustrated look. Looks a little organic and natural with the textures. Yeah, let's go with that one. That's good. And then, of course, Spider-Man 94 #4. This series is getting better as we go. The art isn't getting better. Not a huge fan of the art, mainly just like faces. But the series itself is proving to be great, as J.M. DeMatteis does in his writing. One of my favorite writers. And then we got The Will of Doom. I believe this is a one shot. I've never gone for like a foil variant thing or whatever. I don't know if this is gonna cost me more when I go to pick it up or what, but I'm gonna try and pull it, see what happens, see what it looks like when I go get it at the near the end of December. But anyway, I like Chip Zdarsky. I pulled the whole One World Under Doom series, uh, which was really good. Ryan North again. And this looks like kind of the transition out of it in a way for Doom, at least. And it's a one shot, so might as well pull it. I believe it's a one shot. Um, and I mean, I love this artist too, Sanford Green. Man, if you haven't, check out some of this guy's stuff. He did the art for the Doom one shot. I think that was from last year. Yeah, super good stuff. Okay, so we're pulling that one. And then last week of December is Storm Volume 2 Thunder War, which I'm super excited for this. It's in the first trade, it was very like cosmic, abstract, conceptual stuff. Obviously, there's some Silver Surfer stuff in here in this volume from what I've seen and understand. So, yeah, just super excited about that one coming. So December is looking a little light for me so far compared to usual. So let's see if we can find some more stuff. All right. So let's just do our first pass through Marvel first. How about we'll do regulars, annuals, trades, and hardcovers, and we'll go just Marvel and check out what they got going. Okay, what's coming? First week. Black, White, Blood, and Guts. We've already got. Um, Collecting the trades for Fantastic Four. Look at this cover though. It's a super fun one. Let's see what else we got. We got a new Doctor Strange reboot, #1. I wish they put the legacies on these, Just put the legacy numbering on them, guys. Anyway, yeah, we got the new Doctor Strange series coming up. Wiccan Witches Road #1. Is that a one shot or a series? I can't remember, but that could be interesting. Okay, yeah, I mean, nothing else here for Marvel for me. And then we go into the second week, which I have nothing. I'll be following the Infernal Hulk series via trades, so we'll leave that there. I will be doing the trade for the N2099, so we'll leave that there too. But I mean, look at this. Look at this. That's a super cool cover. That's a super cool cover. I think I just saw they released some variants for the. Oh, they're not showing here yet. I thought I saw a variant for #2 in social media somewhere. Nothing. All right. Yep. Still nothing from Marvel, at least for second week. Third week. I'm following the Mortal Thor in trade, so leave that. I collected the Spider-Man Black Suit and Blood issue by issue. That was super good. If you are thinking about this trade, I would endorse going for that. All right, and then we've got this week, the second to last week of December, which I do have some stuff going for. Spider-Man 94, Will of Doom, and Winter Break special, but nothing else. I've got ROM Epic Collection Volume 3 on my wants. I don't have 1 or 2 yet. I'm just like, I want these. Maybe find them in the wild someday. Last week we've got nothing else that I don't already have down. So let's go back to the front of December and look through DC, see if they've got anything. So Absolute Batman, I've not been following neither in magazine issues or trades, but my brother, who's a big Batman fan, has been following it and says it's really good. So I don't know. Maybe find the trades in the wild. Maybe wait for an Omni someday. I don't know. But I do want to get into Absolute Batman. Seems super cool and super good. What even is this? DC's I Saw Ma Hunkle Kissing Santa Claus? What is Ma Hunkle? Interesting. Interesting. Looks like some sort of holiday anthology. Interesting, but I don't think it's going to be for me. Here's the absolute Batman cover everyone's hyping up about. the absolute Joker. It's like, how can we make the Joker? Joker's already one of the most terrifying villains in all of comics of all time. How can we make Absolute Joker even more terrifying? And, well, looks like they did. It looks like they did. I mean, look at this. Wow. Just wow. All right. Well, yeah, nothing to add to the pull list from this week. Let's go to the third week. Batman slash Santa Claus Silent Night returns. Wonder how that is. Yep, still nothing. Harley and Ivy, Life and Crimes. I'd like to get the trade of this, or trades if it's that ongoing. I like Erica Henderson's work. I like her art. I like her writing. She did a annual of Harley Quinn that was good. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see how this series goes, and I'll probably get the trade whenever it comes out. But still nothing to add to the pull list right now. And still the Warlord. That looks interesting. Like some kind of classic old timey stuff. Wow. DC only has one release scheduled so far for the last, maybe it's like a holidays type thing. Okay, well, yeah, it's nothing added from neither Marvel nor DC so far for uh December, so it's still looking very, very light for me for December, which is fine, save some money. Holidays are always expensive in other ways, so not worried about it. Not worried about it at all. Catch up on some reading, reread some old stuff. I don't always have time. I always want to like reread old comics, and I often do, but it's hard to have the time because the new stuff's always coming out. But whenever I find myself with a moment where I'm caught up in all my new reading, and I love just going back to some old comics I've read once, twice, three times even, and rereading them. So, um, let's see if there's anything from Image for me in December. The last Image poll, or the last Image thing I got was the hardcover of Universal Monsters: The Mummy, which was a good read. I it was my least favorite so far of the Universal Monsters series from Skybound slash Image Comics, but it was still really good, you know. Um, anyway, let's go through this. I'm always tempted to get these like kind of what's the word I'm looking for? Corny or just classic, like older little anthology comics and stuff. But I don't want like I'm not super into like the Christmas themed ones. The Darkness. Here's a number one of something called The Darkness. Looks like some fantasy stuff. No, I'm not familiar with Mark Silvestri as the writer. That looks like it's something that could be good, but I'm not diving into it now. But something to keep an eye on, maybe. Sometimes I like you when I'm making pull lists. If I have like empty weeks within a month, like where there's nothing, I'll like maybe find something like a new number one of a new story or just something obscure but interesting, just so I have like one single, even if it's a single issue, one single issue to pull to grab for that week. But I'm kind of changing my mindset about that for December at least, because it'll be nice to save a little money and time here and there, catch up on the reading I do have. So it's a good time to have kind of a light month. But we'll see. We'll see as we keep going through here. So far, it's staying light, which is I'm totally okay with this particular time. The Moon is Following Us, Volume 2. I got the first two issues of this in its individual issue form, and the art and storytelling was just phenomenal. But I didn't want to follow the whole entire thing with individual issues, so I was like waiting. I'm holding out for like a hardcover for this. Is what I'm trying to get at. Like I thought, oh, maybe I should do the trades, but I don't know. I think I'm still gonna hold out. I think I'm still gonna hold out. See if a nice hardcover comes along someday. Collecting the whole thing. Then I'll definitely go for that if that happens. Um, Nothing. Looks like nothing. Here's another number one. Gray Lady. What is this? Adam Glass. Not familiar with. Hmm. All right. Yeah, I don't know. Looks like nothing here for me. Let me know if always let me know if there's stuff you're seeing as I'm going through here that you're interested in that I should be interested in. It's impossible to follow everything closely enough to like know what I would even be interested in. So I'm sure I miss a lot of stuff. But yeah, nothing added from Image Comics for me for the month of December. Let's check out some other publishers. How about Fantagraphics? Always has some good stuff, some good, more obscure stuff. Let's do. Let's add Dark Horse in there. Yeah, let's do those two for now. The Art of Doom. I bet that's cool. I bet that has some cool art. Frankenstein New World Volume 2, The Sea of Forever. Okay, I just saw Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein movie on Netflix the other day, and I was super excited for it. And there were some good things about it, but like the cinematography, the costumes, some of the writing was good, but overall, it was a mess. It was a mess, and the ending was not in the spirit of the Frankenstein story, in my opinion. I mean, we got to go back. There's been hundreds of iterations of the Frankenstein story by now, but we always got to go back to the original source text and this movie just missed the mark on the overall themes, tones of the original text for me. But look at this, Mike Mignola. I really like Mike Mignola's art. Um, I've not I'm not familiar with Christopher Golden, but yeah, I don't know. This could be cool. I don't think I'm gonna go for it, but that could be cool. I probably could be interested in that. What was Resident? Oh, Resident Alien. Okay, I've heard that's pretty good. Star Wars Tales from the Nightlands. That sounds cool. I've never read any Star Wars comics ever. Um, got some Magic the Gathering comics. Hmm. This is some interesting cover art. Oh, it's James Tinian the Fourth. I've never heard of this. Hmm. Some sort of alien Russia communist story. Seems like it could be pretty cool. Hmm. Yep, still nothing. Still nothing. Let's try Boom, Dynamite, Titan, IDW. Just do one last pass with a bunch of them. Briar, Night's Terror. Candwell, I've read some of his stuff. That's some cool looking art. There's so many things that I'm like, oh, if I had all the time and money in the world, I'd just get everything that I'm even vaguely interested in. But alas, we must live disciplined lives to reach a higher level of happiness. Comic books for me are like a companion, a supplementary joy and inspiration and creativity to life. But you know, you can't you can't let that you can't replace real happiness with comics, but you can have fun with comics. So that's my kind of like that's how I come to easily resist too much stuff. You know what I mean? I got I got my things that I must follow no matter what. Like whenever a new Silver Surfer thing comes out, or a new Man thing comes out, or like a lot of other cosmic Marvel stuff comes out. Um, Certain horror and monster books or anthologies come out. Um, but yeah, there's so much more stuff that that would be so interesting to get into, I think. But no must pulls so far for December, other than what I already had to begin with. Oh, this art looks like the art from The Mummy. Faith Aaron Hicks. That's not similar style. Well, I mean, we just went through basically everything, and should we, just for fun, should we do another pass with just like a bunch of random publishers that ones that I'd never look at. Okay, yeah, well, maybe not this one. Obviously, it's stuff I'm not going to be interested in personally. Nor that one. Nor that one. I've never got into like the manga stuff personally. There's stuff that I'm sure I would love, but I've never delved into that stuff. All right, let's. I've never even heard of this one. Concrete Comics. Let's add that in there. How about Mad Cave? Add that in there. How about Oni? Bad Idea. Vault. Aladdin. Macmillan. Square Enix. Ahoy. Alien Books. Wow, there's so many. Penguin Random House. New York Review Books. Okay, let's just see if let's just go crazy with this and see if there's anything interesting here. Wow. I do enjoy these Cruel Universe anthologies. I have a couple, but those are like if I find one in the wild randomly and I want to patronize the comic book shop I'm at, that's like a kind of like default go-to for me. Interesting. Got some Rick and Morty in there. Gotcha, man. I feel like I've heard of that. Have I? Or am I thinking of something else? Okay, well, yeah, I think that's it, people. I went through all of it and more than I usually do, and I have a light December, but that's totally okay. Save a little cash, save a little time, catch up on reading, and maybe have time for even rereading some stuff. So before I close out the stream and the video, let's just go through my entire pull list for the month of December. Um, Here's the rest of November. Can't wait for the last One World Under Doom. See what happens there. I won't spoil anything, but if you're reading it, is something that happened in number 8 really true? Maybe we'll find out. All right, so for December, I've got Marvel, Black, White, and Blood and Guts, number 3. Then nothing. Then nothing. It's rare that I have 2 weeks in a row with nothing. Then we've got Marvel Winter Break Special number 1 with the Nicoletta Baldari variant. We've got Spider-Man 94 number 4. And we've got the Will of Doom number 1, Sanford Green foil variant. And we've got Storm Volume 2, Thunder War trade paperback. Yeah, I'm excited for all these. It's a lighter month, but the things that are there are super exciting. So, but yeah, before I go, uh, let me know what your pull lists are for December, what you're excited for. Uh, you know, let's talk about it in my Discord or in the comments, whatever, follow me on YouTube, Discord, Twitch. Yeah, like and subscribe, you know. Uh, so I think that's it. Everyone, have a great night and enjoy some comics. Good night.